Alright guys, we're back again with another tier list. And look at that, I'm already out of breath. It's, I took the bulk too far. But, alright, let's get right into it. We're doing protein products, protein powders, bars, all the other, fake stuff you walk down the aisles you see in the store. Oh, I'm gonna get my protein in, bro. Like, oh, I'm gonna get huge. Newsflash, buddy, you're not gonna get huge. Don't know why I opened up Paint Net, but alright, no, so let's run with it. Let's use this as visualization. Let's use this as a visualization tool for when we need it. We don't need it just yet. But protein products. I'm gonna go in order this time. I'm not gonna do it random, so that maybe you guys, it's easier for you to follow along. If you're watching my videos, you probably have low brain capacity, so it might be a little bit easier on the cerebellum if I go in order instead of jumping around like a leapfrog. So we'll go right to left. I want to start with protein powder. Just because nothing else on this list is probably going to go in S, I think this has to go in S. Whey protein is the most bioavailable source of protein, bro. It's literally going straight to your biceps. Let's say you just worked out, right?
So this is you with your dumbbells. You go home after the gym. Your biceps are, they just got broken down, right? They're getting destroyed. You have no more bicep left. That your arm goes from that to this because you depleted all your glycogen, right? Pretty much that tells your brain, hey, we need more muscle because that was a really hard workout. So what do you need to do then? What do you need to do as a human being? You're gonna go cook up a plate of like chicken, broccoli and rice. Yeah, it's gonna take 30 minutes to cook. Once you cook it and eat it, you have fiber in the broccoli. It's gonna take a minute to digest. Clock to signify that. What's happening while that's all happening, right? What's going on? You still haven't really digested the nutrients. Your muscles are getting flatter and flatter to the point where you damn near have inverted muscles, right? You just got your bicep hanging off the side of your tricep. Let's say on the flip side, you're at the gym, your muscles are still kind of like in between this phase right here. And lucky for you, you brought with you, your bag of protein powder and your little shake cup. You go to the water fountain, fill that drawing up. Now you have a whey protein shake, and it's only been like 10 minutes, bro. It's been 10 minutes tops. You go ahead and slam that shake. What's gonna happen, right? The whey protein's gonna get in your system quick. You don't got broccoli slowing everything down, making it a whole big ordeal, like a whole veggie party. Like, what's gonna happen? The protein's gonna go right into here, and this is gonna turn into this. You're gonna have biceps on top of your biceps, bro. You can get it in quick and avoid that catabolism. Then you're gonna have biceps on top of your biceps. That's straightforward. So S tier for protein powder.
That took way too long. I'm gonna try not to do that for each one. Protein bars. They're good, they're tasty, they're fun. It's a nice little treat. It's like candy bars for gym bros. You're deep into the gym when you get to the point where you can't even distinguish between a candy bar and a protein bar. You would rather just eat the protein bar because it's, you feel safe and comfortable. It's like an old friend. Kind of feels like the touch of a woman. The macros are never going to be as good as protein powder. So I think I'm going to throw it an A. But they're so tasty, bro. Next up, we got mass gainer. Bro, this stuff sucks, man. This is buns, dude. Literally, I said this in the last video. All you need to do is buy like 5 things from the store. Whole milk, protein powder, oats, banana, peanut butter, and like maybe some olive oil or something. You blend that stuff up, bro. You have a mass gainer without getting like the acne of a 13-year-old going through puberty. I don't know, it just don't make sense to me. This stuff blows. D tier, easy. Protein cereal. Cereal on its own is pretty like buns in terms of like, there's just so many calories for like the tiniest amount. It's got like sugar usually. I don't know, this one says it's got 20 grams protein, but I kind of feel like that's cap. So I'm honestly gonna throw it in like C tier. I don't know, bro. I feel like if you're gonna eat cereal, just eat cereal. Why you gotta ruin something fun, man? Just have the fucking cereal, man. It's not that deep. Protein chips. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. These are pretty insane. These are gonna go A tier because like I don't know how they managed to do this, but they'll get like better ratios on protein chips than they do to bars. So like with a protein bar, you get like, I don't know, probably 20 grams protein, 200 calories, right? But with the protein chips, somehow they'll get like, the brand My Protein, who I have a code with, by the way, code Drew, if you want to support me. You get like 14 grams protein, and the bag is like 120 calories.
Do the math. If you, multiply the 120 by, or, no, if you take the 200 divided by 120, and then, no, that wouldn't be it.
The 200 divided by the 20, yeah, 10 calories per gram of protein. Like this, 120 over 14.
12 over 1.4, or 11.4 grams of protein or calories per gram of protein. 12 over 1.4, what does that equal, though?
8.5 calories per gram of protein. So you're getting more protein, like less calories per protein, so it's a better ratio. Protein chips, and they taste good, I'm not gonna lie. They usually taste pretty good. Who doesn't want to eat chips? and get their protein in. So A tier. Single serving protein drinks. These are pretty crazy, bro. I'm gonna throw these in S tier because let's go back to this image here. Because with the protein single serving drinks, you know, you get like I think 30 grams protein and like usually 150 calories. Let's say you use Fairlife. That equals 5, bro. You're getting 5 calories per gram of protein, which is the lowest on this whole list. Aside from like whey protein isolate powder, this stuff's pretty good ratios, and they usually taste amazing, bro. The only thing is they're not satiating, so I wouldn't drink these if you're on a cut. I know a lot of you fools are out there trying to shred down, like, yo, I gotta drink my Fairlifes, brah. I gotta drink 8 Fairlifes a day, bro. I had a roommate who would do that. This motherfucker had like 12 cases of Fairlife under his bed. His diet on his shred was just like probably 10 Fairlifes a day and a couple Cheez-Its and a couple fruit snacks. It was crazy, bro. I don't know how he did it. And he still was pretty damn strong in the gym and like trained really hard. So I don't know what happened there. But this stuff's pretty legit, dude. It's better for, I don't know. For me, they just don't really have a practical purpose. Other than if you're really like on the go and you just need protein in. Like there's not much point to have these in your diet when you can just eat like real food or use protein powder. It's cheaper per serving. Aside from that, they're pretty damn good. Protein pancakes, bro. This stuff's like, I'm gonna throw it C tier. Because honestly, it's like, I don't know, you don't get that much protein and they don't really taste great. It's kind of like the cereal thing where it's like, if you're gonna eat pancakes, maybe just eat the pancakes, bro. And like, I don't know, bro. The Kodiak cakes, to me, I would way rather just have like Bisquick with like whey protein shake on the side. So I feel like it's part of this whole kind of ordeal in society of like, oh, let's put protein in everything, you know? Like when you go to the store, everything's like, you know, protein plus, protein this, protein that. This is a problem. So let's take your average, you know, round tubby Joe over here. He's a little unhappy with his life. He wants to look like this. He wants to be, you know, in shape. He wants to be smiling, right? He wants to be happy. Now, he thinks that to get to happy, he just needs to lose this stuff. He doesn't want to go on the treadmill. He doesn't want to do none of that. He doesn't want to do dumbbells or nothing. He just wants to get there. You know, he's got a job or whatever. So he hears, oh, you know, protein's good for you. Protein's good for you, bro. You get your protein in. So, you know, he's going to the store and he sees, you know, protein pancakes, you know, protein. And he thinks, oh, you know, I've been eating my Bisquick, but, you know, if I eat the Kodiak pancakes, then I'm hitting my protein, right? I'm hitting my protein. And if I'm hitting my protein, you know, that's like, I'm checking the box, I'm being healthy. So it's like, I don't really have to do the other stuff if I'm doing one healthy thing, you know? You know, it's offsetting the stuff of like, you know, not doing the treadmill, not doing the weights. If I hit my protein, then I'm being healthy, right? Chubby Joe doesn't realize is that protein doesn't really do shit if you're not going to the gym. Dude, you could probably live off of like 1 egg a day and like half a chicken breast if you're not working out. Then you'd probably be fine, bro. It's kind of my problem with protein products and the oversaturation of them. Same thing with the protein oats, bro. This stuff low-key kind of blows, dude. It's like, it's got, if something has more grams of added sugar than it has grams of protein, it's an L. Honestly, this is going to go in D because it's worse than the cereal. If you're going to do protein oatmeal, just make it yourself, bro. Oats, whey protein or casein, easy, dude. But I mean, if you need like easy carbs that taste good on a bulk, yeah, it's alright. But I don't know, I feel like it's just another thing where people are just like, you know, I do the protein oats instead of the regular oats, so, you know, I'm getting ahead of the game. You're not, bruh. I hate to break it to you. If you're not in the gym, half repping 225 on the bench and swinging them dumbbells around like nobody's business, bro. If you ain't cheat repping curls in the squat rack, throwing all that body English in there, you know, using the traps. You gotta be using everything, bro. The upper back. I want to see those quads try in on the bicep curls. You know, throw some carbs and fats in there, you know what I mean? If you're not doing that, you know, 12 grams of protein in your morning oatmeal with your 16 grams added sugar, it ain't gonna do shit for you, pal. Protein cookies. So this Lenny and Larry stuff, instead of a protein cookie, I'd call it something like a delusion cookie. The thing's got at least 400 calories, which is like damn near almost a crumble cookie, and you're getting like, what, 12 grams of protein? Dog, you could have got that from like a slice of bread. Probably get more protein. This stuff's a walking L. Some cookie brands are good, like Quest makes a pretty good one. You know, you get like 20 grams protein-ish for like 210 calories, 220 calories. For that reason, it's like pretty solid. It's close with, you know, protein bars. It's just slightly worse macros. I'll throw in a B. But if you're talking Lenny and Larry's, the Delusion cookie, then it's like D tier. Next up, we got protein pasta, bro. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the back of a protein pasta label. All right, per 2 ounces, per 190 calories, we got 10 grams protein. All right, what do we got in here? 200 calories, we got 7 grams protein. Okay, so the protein pasta, we're getting an extra 3 grams of protein. Yo, bro, 3 grams of protein. That's gonna, you know, I'm gonna be, next time I'm in the gym, I'm gonna be throwing up 3 wheels, showing all the Stacy's what's up, man. I'm gonna be like juiced to my gills, bro. I'm gonna be juiced out of my lid. No, you're not, bro. That 3 grams of protein, you're gonna shit it out in an hour. D tier, bro. It just makes the pasta taste worse. And for what? 3 grams of protein? Eat the pasta, bro. Just eat the pasta. It's carbs, bro. It'll get you big anyway. Alright, protein yogurt. Like these little single servings. They're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably throw them in A. Pretty solid. Like 15 grams protein for, I think these are like 90 calories, these bad boys. This stuff tastes pretty good. It's pretty good if you're on a shred. Next up, we got like protein bagels and breads and stuff. This stuff is buns as well. The bagel is going to taste about 10 times worse than a real bagel. And you're getting like, I think 12 grams of protein as opposed to a real bagel, which is going to have like 6 probably. Once again, it's like, really, do you really want to ruin your whole morning for 6 grams of protein? I don't know, bro. I just don't think it's worth it. Protein pizza. This stuff holds a soft spot in my heart. I used to eat this all the time on the bulk. I think I'm going to put it like B tier. I don't really know how they do it, how they fit like 60 grams of protein into that pizza. And it honestly doesn't taste that bad. You know, if you want to eat pizza, it's probably a better option than just getting real pizza. Obviously, it's not going to taste nearly as good, but the protein trade-off for something like this is much more worth it than like pasta or the bagels or something like that. Alright, last one. We got protein coffee. Bro, I don't know why. I absolutely fucking despise this shit, man. If I ever see you drinking a protein coffee, bro, you're getting that shit smacked out of your hand, dog. I don't know why. I just hate it. I think it's stupid. I think it's just the pinnacle of like people who don't work out that want to be healthy. So they, instead of drinking, you know, regular iced coffee, they have protein iced coffee. I don't know, just because it gets me so angry, I'm not even going to look at the macros. It just literally is making me mad staring at it. I'm already pissed off. I'm going to throw it in D tier. I don't care to elaborate further. If you drink that stuff, you're officially on my hit list. So don't let me catch you sipping that forbidden walk. Yeah, I mean, that's the tier list. If that's not a sign from the protein gods to wrap it up, then I don't know what is. Protein powder, single serving protein drinks. Can't really argue with that, bro. On the bottom, mass gainer, protein oats, protein pasta, protein bagels, and protein coffee. Oh, God. You know, first thing I drink in the morning is my protein coffee, brother. And, you know, that's how I be healthy. I drink my protein coffee, I have my avocado toast with my eggs. Yeah, bro. Long story short, don't let me catch you sipping protein coffee, or else it's going to be wraps. It's going to be wraps. Speaking of wraps, that's a wrap on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Give me more tier list ideas. And I'll see you guys in the next one after I take my thumbnail.